Dan was the last person on this computer.
Alright, mine works.
What about mine? Hang in there. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Brad's works.
Oh, there we go. So I'm live.
Well, you're Matt right now.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, I'm live. That's
Not now.
Oh, you've been shut out.
Not now. I'm not live.
Now you're live.
Now I'm live again.
Matt, unplug your mic and plug it back in.
Matt not live, so yeah, we'll just talk about how Matt messed up the entire computer system.
Everything was good the last 10 weeks.
He was in here trying to film stuff he shouldn't have been filming. But yeah, this is what happens.
Yeah.
What? It's not even giving me an option for your.
Was your volume turned down?
No.
Nope, Matt's still not live, so I'm running things tonight.
We're just here.
Looks like it's one okay friend and a mime. Or no. Is he stuck in a box? Or is he outside the box trying to get in a box?
Oh.
What's he tugging?
Matt, talk.
Yeah.
We are good.
Matt's back in the game.
Welcome back to OK Friends. I just joined via satellite.
It's been a minute since we've had technical difficulties.
I'm a hologram.
Did you say VIA satellite?
Yeah.
I joined a VIA satellite.
Yep.
Huh. But you didn't because you were sitting right here. Yeah, I guess VIA satellite.
Okay. I have something to start us off.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Hold on. We got a important message from Nate.
Our sponsor.
If
Last
a person speaks
Oh,
American Sign Language,
Oh, man.
and
Is
they're
there a-
missing a finger,
Yeah. Then that's Spanish. Sign
he went a
language.
whole different way with this.
Is that,
Is that a stutter? Or no, I'm sorry. Is that an accent or a speech impediment?
I'm going to go with a speech impediment.
now I don't know full sign language, so is there a finger less used in sign language versus the other ones?
No, they're all used. Sam said hi, friends.
Hello.
It's also not something that
Like-
really has an answer.
Am I gonna lose less words if I chop a pinky off versus a pointer?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know that answer. That's a. Yeah, you can't make a J. How you make J?
That's a J.
Yeah, J.
So
You know how cool it would be though if you didn't have pinky, you could actually move this finger without the pinky
Yeah,
moving.
calling it an ackass.
see, when I move that finger, this finger moves more.
Which one? Oh, the middle.
Yeah.
All
I
I
can't do this. I can't bring my thumb in without my
Really?
finger. Yeah.
can you do the Spock? I can do it with my left hand. I can't do it with my right hand. It's weird. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Why'd your finger going away from your?
Yeah. No, do that one.
I can't.
And then the pinky.
She said ring dinger would be your best.
Ring dinger?
Ring dinger.
Who
I
said
think it's
ring
supposed to be
dinger?
ring finger.
Ring dinger.
Ring dinger.
But I can't really do the Spock with my right hand. It's weird. Look. Can you do that?
Yeah, can you do that? You
No.
can do that.
I can't.
Or with the pinky.
If I hold it, yeah.
I'll go the other way.
That's how,
This is what we have resorted to.
that's how a girl likes to shock her.
If the lights are off, that'd be a dog.
I
There's a shadow puppet of a dog.
thought that was a dog.
It could be both.
I know this means thank you in sign language. That's all I know.
And then more.
I do know that just because of Meet the Fuckers.
Mm.
Or was it Meet the Fuckers that was in that one?
Fuckers or Fockers?
Fockers.
Yeah.
Fockers. What the hell was the first one? Was that the first one? It was the second movie.
I think it was Was the first one Meet the Fockers? Yeah, it wouldn't make sense for the second one to be Meet the Fockers because I've already met the Fockers.
But the second one, they
They were
meet
meeting
his
his
family,
family.
so that those other fuckers.
Yeah, they're meeting the other Fockers.
So what the hell was the first one? Meet the parents.
Yeah, Meet the Parents. Sure.
There we go.
Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers. What was his name?
Gaylord. Gaylord Fokker.
Gaylord Focker.
Did you watch both of those? I would
I'm in the
know.
mood for some chimichangas.
Good question. Good question.
Yeah, except
I wish
Brad
there was an
couldn't just
answer.
listen. He had to keep interrupting it.
I mean, I feel like it could.
I mean, he did give you a new answer. He
Could
gave
be
me Spanish.
Yeah.
because you did say American Sign Language. So
What I see the video the
I
one
did
day.
say American Sign
what if
Language.
there's other sign languages?
Well, he said American Sign Language.
ASL is mostly what you use around here.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
What
we
does
don't
ASL
know what
stand for?
we don't know what
Huh?
they use.
What's ASL stand for?
American Sign Language.
Duh, he just said it.
Not asshole.
My bad.
You assume ASL is just asshole?
Could be. Asshole.
Emilio.
Age.
Age sensitive literature.
What the fuck are you talking about?
ASL.
Age sensitive literature.
Sam said, "How about Illinois?" Says.
Huh?
I don't know why it's Illinois apostrophe S.
Yeah, Illinois.
Illinoises.
That's noise.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I'm assuming this. maybe?
I
Illinois.
didn't watch
But
basketball.
Illinoises. I don't know. She's having typing problems today.
Illinois is.
But yeah, the one video asks, do deaf people think people yawning or screaming?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I was receiving death threats today.
Like if you woke up on a plane and you saw, and you're deaf, and you saw someone yawning and doing the stretch, are they screaming? Would you panic?
Good question. I don't know.
Would you rather be blind or deaf for a day?
Deaf.
You know what somebody told me, and I thought it was really strange. So you know, like if you close your eyes, you see black.
Yeah.
If you're like truly blind, you don't see that.
What do you see?
Nothing. There's just nothing.
Well, I guess it makes sense because you don't know
What black looks like?
what it was anyway. Huh. Like, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Would it be better to be born blind or to age of 12 go blind?
I feel like go blind.
I feel
Because
like
then you
I,
at least had 12 years of.
Sight.
I think I
knowing
would
what things
rather
are.
be born blind
But at 12, are you too old to basically learn your whole life over?
because that would be the same like as adults now going blind. I would go bananas because now you can't do everything you
That's
normally
true.
would do through your routine.
And
if you
were
never
born that
had,
way, you would never know
yeah,
that.
if you never
Yeah.
had it and never did it, you wouldn't know what you lost.
Very true. That's a great way to look at it, too. I mean,
Yeah, like I think I.
Oh, shit. Sam said, Sam did not say that. Read that comment again, Nate. It was Mitch.
Oh,
He said, how about Illinoises?
Illinois.
that makes more sense.
So
Illinois.
both Illinois.
Welcome to the chat, PF.
But yes.
So the circle with the initial in it was the same color. And I'm just used to the last couple of weeks, Sam being the only one to type in the comments. I just figured it
I
was
think
her.
Brittany joined us last week for a little bit.
Briefly.
But hers is a different color. It's
Yeah,
like red
right.
or something.
Oh, really? I wonder what makes them different colors. No chat symbol. No chat symbol.
Let's talk about it.
There's a lot of white vehicles in the driveway.
They're all white vehicles.
Very-
by the way.
Very it's a rally over
Not
here.
diverse.
It is
It's
not a rally.
over here.
Whoa, hey.
It's a rally.
I mean, I like Rallies, the fast food restaurant.
Yeah. Brittany said purple. Hers is purple.
Yep.
Oh.
Purple.
Did you do something to change that color, or did it just magically do it on its own?
That's a good question, because then we may need everybody to get their own color, and then Nate. That really takes half of thinking out for Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Purple, Brittany,
I don't want to have to
green,
think.
Sam.
I do enough thinking all day.
Right, that's
Just wait until one day when we have like 50 people in the chat. It's just that I'm wishing for 50 people, not a million.
If we ever have that many in chat, I'm only reading what is relevant.
Yeah, it's
Or
not
I'll be
true.
interrupting you guys the whole time.
If
Yeah.
it's, well,
that's gonna be tough anyways because the lag. 50 people in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna be go so far past half of what they're saying that
Well,
we won't even know.
but how cool would it be just to have 50 chatters?
Brittany said it was magic.
It would be cool
A real
if we
answer,
had
Brittany.
50 chatters, but it'd be a lot with the lag.
It would be fun for me, though, because I'd be busy over here.
Yeah, you would be. We'd ask you a question, like, hold on, I got 48 more to read.
I tell you what, if we get 50 people in this chat, I will make Nate start wearing pants.
That'll make me sweat more.
He,
If
I'll
we
be doing
get
more work, so I should get to take pants off.
if we get 50 people in this chat, we will shave Matt's face completely.
no, we won't.
Completely.
If we
No
get 50
eyebrows.
people in the
and
chat, I'll shave
everything.
my beard.
There you go.
50 people in the chat for Nate and Matt's beard.
I'm not shaving my beard.
Well,
How come you're not part of this?
no,
My beard's
I'm
not
doing
good
that.
enough that I'm fine with shaving it, and it can just grow back.
Sam would kill me if I shaved my beard off.
She can survive. Ooh. If we get 50 people in the chat, can we shave just a line through your eyebrow? Not it, the whole thing off, just a line through it.
Brad would shave his eyebrows off. He's been waiting for a reason to shave them off again.
I'd much rather put a line through it, though, because Brittany hates that, too.
What, the one line?
Yeah, I did that the one time I was getting my hair cut. I was like, you throw a line in there? He was like, yeah, that.
How about we both get lines in our eyebrows?
Oh, I'll put multiple lines in my eyebrows.
What if you shave your wife's initials in your eyebrows?
It's impossible.
BM.
It's impossible.
That's not impossible.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
How?
Wouldn't that just be his initials?
I don't have
Yes.
I don't have a. You'd have to have like a pretty much precision
We'll go somewhere to get it done.
type. And I don't think they could do it.
Oh,
What if we
You
just
don't
put
know
it
if
in
you
the
don't
side of
ask.
your head?
And just put my own initials on the side of my head.
yeah, basically.
I
mean,
mean,
why do you have-
we can think of something cooler than that.
Yeah, because that's not really like a...
Yeah, we can get a design put in my side of my head.
Yeah, but even
Of course.
that's still not like a...
I would rock
Yeah.
a design. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot that you could say where I'd be like, "Oh my god, that's fucked up."
If we get 50 people in our
Sam said,
chat
please no. We're shaving his fucking beard, dude.
for a month, I will get our logo tattooed on me.
I think I'd rather shave your beard.
Nope, I'm not shaving my beard, bro.
It's got to be kind of like a punishment more than a...
That is a punishment because he so refuses to do it.
No. What I'm saying, the tattoo doesn't really count.
Mm-mm. No, because you were gonna get one anyway.
Of our logo?
Yeah, you said you would.
I just never said I would.
Yes, we did. We both talked about it.
Did we?
Yes.
Did Matt have pants off when you talked about it?
Good possibility.
I don't know.
Everybody
I
sees
don't
it once.
recall
Then he might not have remembered if he didn't.
because it said something about tattoos. I was like, if it's cool enough, I get a tattoo. And you said, yeah, me too.
Brittany, if any facial hair is removed, Bradley, the Whiteheads will have a new roommate until it grows back. Sam said no to both options. You guys are going to have to deal with something. Something's going to happen.
All right, we'll
And
shave
it can't
your-
just be me because I'm not on camera.
We shaved the girls' beards.
I say we shave Matt's.
No, stop volunteering me to shave my beard.
Why?
Because I'm not doing it.
Why though?
I don't want to. Why don't you want to do yours?
Well, mine's better.
It says who?
Says me,
Oh, that's your opinion.
right? So we won't. We are using yours as, what do they call that? Pretty much like,
Sacrifice?
yep, we're
Not
sacrificing it.
happening.
For 50 people in the chat.
Matt will not shave his beard, so Brad can go play kite.
You will not shave your beard.
tattoo my name above your eyebrow? Don't do it.
Oh,
No.
above the eyebrow.
If you
How
shave
about
your-
he shaves his eyebrow and gets it where the eyebrow goes?
Sam said, if you shave your beard, I'm cutting my hair into a Karen cut. I think these are both.
This is great. I like it. I
Dang,
like where this is
why
It
would
going.
is
you say
spoken
this?
into existence. That is what's happening.
I like where this is going. Sam's going to be walking around looking like Kate Gosling.
Mm.
I like it. You have to get the old school Kate Gosling haircut.
Damn, why would you even bring that up as an option?
This is fantastic. We got 3
I'd
people.
be wearing this.
We only need 47 more people. Call a buddy. Shoot a friend.
Also, why is this here?
It was part of the
Timu.
Timu
It was
extravaganza.
Why isn't Matt wearing it?
I don't know why.
Because I'd wear it the wrong way and get canceled.
So I think that I like it. Sam's hair, Matt's beard.
No.
We got Kate Gosling,
And no, I would never get your name tattooed above my. I don't want a face tattoo.
and then a new
Would you, ever
new
get,
look Matt.
would you ever get a face tattoo?
I'm not against it. I would have to be like I could get one right now with my career, but I'd have to be like secure in a field where I thought I was going to retire in, and they would be all right with it. I mean,
Would you?
I wouldn't.
Would you
I'm
get a
not
face
against
tattoo?
it.
I would not get anything tattooed above my shirt collar.
Where you couldn't hide if you wanted to.
See, that's where
But I'm fine with these being able to.
right
But you're
now.
also able to hide them if you want.
For me, I'm not opposed from like chin down
I don't like how it.
personally.
All right, I'll tell you what.
But here's why I won't. Because I'm being a real baby about the inside of my arm. There's no way I can get this tattooed.
Why does it have such a curve?
And I heard the chest hurts too. Oh,
He's
I
broken,
didn't know
bro.
it could adjust.
Yeah.
And I've heard the chest hurts. So I can only imagine how the face and all that hurts.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I heard right here it's bad.
I've been watching videos. They talk about, and they've been asking like tattoo artists asking people like in their shop, what's the toughest place? Everything so far on the top is chest, lower back.
Sam said she
feet.
likes that idea, and I'm threatening you to not agree. That was 2 minutes ago, so.
I don't know which idea you like.
Yeah.
I was slightly behind. I was distracted.
Yeah,
But, no,
Samantha
I-
Gosling.
I like what idea she likes. I don't know that one, and I'm not cutting my beard, and you're not shaving your head, basically.
Don't be so hasty about it.
I'm not.
Yeah, like
It'll
let's
grow
think about
back.
this.
I don't want to.
Beards grow back.
Yeah.
It's
Then
not like
shave
we're asking,
yours.
it's not like it's something permanent.
If Brad ain't gonna do it, why in the hell should I agree to do it?
What about if you shave your head?
Oh no, because my hair, there's a good chance it may not grow back.
That's fair.
Jesus, you're that attached to your hair too?
I don't want to be
I
bald if
shaved
I
my
don't have
head
to
during
be.
COVID.
If I don't have to be bald, I don't want to be bald yet. There's no reason to speed up the process.
Take your hat off. No, you're fine.
I got
You're fine.
right here.
Yeah, but as long as it is, and you've cut it recently, shaving your head will grow back.
Okay, then why don't you shave your beard?
I didn't bring up 50 viewers. You did.
Okay, and I didn't bring up.
I'll
shaving
shave my head.
beard.
I'll shave my head. I'll shave my head all the way down and razor it, and then use a regular old head shaver. That's fine with me too. And then I'll go get a head tattoo.
I feel like Matt's getting disappointed right now.
Disappointed.
Or upset.
No.
Yeah,
Brittany,
I didn't realize he was so attached to his beard.
No, Brittany, your ID's terrible.
What?
If you get 50 viewers at once, you have to take Sam and I to Vegas. That's not a punishment.
We're already going in April.
Yeah, so get over it. That's not happening.
I mean, that's pretty solid. I would still do that. I'm still down with that too.
If me and Brad get 50 viewers
I'm still down with that too.
at one time,
Brittany said anything but hair removal.
Okay.
Why is everybody
Hold on.
so against something that grows
I don't
back?
know why
Hold on.
either. I don't know.
I got this, Brad,
Grows
and we
back.
can both agree to this.
Huh?
Me and Brad can both agree to this. If we get 50 viewers at one time, all wives have to have sex with us, no matter what, for a whole month. You're not allowed to say no.
For 50 days.
50 days. Well, you gotta, but Shark Week doesn't count as part of your days.
No, correct.
50 non-Shark Week days.
Correct. 50 non-weekdays.
Do you agree to this, Brad?
Yes.
Do you agree to these terms? Nate, are you okay with these terms?
It's a punishment if they take Samantha Martini and Brittany Merlot.
No, I still had fun. Brad just didn't like being asked what time it was going to be in 100 times.
Yeah. Other than that, they were both fine.
Well, let's shake on this agreement. Deal is set.
I still vote we shave Matt's face.
We're not shaving my face, so just get that out of you.
I'm still just. Can somebody explain to me why people are so against shaving hair that grows back?
I'll go shave my head. I'll shave my head all day.
Would you shave your beard though?
I mean, for 50 viewers, probably not. 100, I would. 100 chatters, yeah, for sure. If we had 100 people in the chat, I'd shave it on. Shave it right here while they watched.
Deal.
You guys are better people than I am, then.
It grows back.
It has nothing to do with
Absolutely.
that. It has nothing to do with that.
This is why we won't succeed. Matt
It
won't
has
shave his
nothing to
beard.
do
Like, if
with
we
that.
had 100 viewers right now, mine would be back probably closer to this by probably July. My hair grows so fast.
It's not like you haven't damn near shaved the whole thing off before by accident anyway.
Right, but I haven't. But I haven't shaved it all off.
What is it about your face that you're trying to hide?
I have a cleft palate, and I don't want to shave my fucking beard and my mustache. That is the whole reason I don't want to do it.
Brittany, you do not have
I'm
to
very
agree.
self-conscious about that. If you guys must know.
I don't know what he said. I was reading chat.
What'd she say?
She said, wait, don't we have to agree to this too? And I said no.
Well, technically, yes. Otherwise, that's
Did you say something about shaving your mustache?
inappropriate.
Well, yeah, 'cause if I shave my beard, I'm going to shave my mustache.
Okay.
I would just keep the
Yeah,
mustache.
keep the mustache.
It does not look good at all whatsoever. But yes, that is the whole reason. So yes, I am anti fucking shaving my face.
Well, I still don't know what it was, but
My whole fucking cleft palate and shit. I'm very self-conscious about it. I don't have to worry about it. I
it
don't
could
think
help you
about
be
it.
less.
Nope, it won't. Trust me, I lived with it my whole life.
But I'm not trying to, like, I get your insecurity. I'm not trying to downplay your insecurities. But I feel like we all know already, though. And everybody
get
you're
it.
around knows already.
Which is fine, but
We're not judging you for it now. I wouldn't judge it for it if it was bald.
I know you wouldn't.
If you, it's like I feel the same way with. I can say it because I'm fat. Fat guys that wear shirts in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
If you look fat before you got in the pool with your shirt on, and you wear it doesn't make you any skinnier. Take it off.
True.
Be in your skin. It is what it is.
That doesn't bother me, but that's something.
'Cause I used to be self-conscious about it and do the same thing. I'd wear shirts. I'm to the point where I'm like, it is what it is. If I gotta get some tan on, I gotta get some tan on the belly.
But you know darn
But
well.
it never tans, and I don't know why it won't tan.
You know darn well I don't back down for too many challenges or anything like that. But that's just one thing I don't really want to do.
I didn't realize you were that attached to the beard. And that's fine. We were not going to force you to do anything you don't want to do.
Slightly.
I mean, you couldn't force me to do it.
You're right. We couldn't force you to do it. But we could force it to be done.
So at 50, it's mine. 100, it's yours.
Viewers at one time.
Yes.
Yeah. Deal.
So we still have to find something for Matt
And I
at
mean, because
75.
who knows? Who knows by then, all my hair could just fall out. I don't know. It's going to happen.
So we still have to find something for
Yeah,
Matt at 75.
for Matt.
We don't have to figure it out now.
That's his head and his eyebrows. You can't be that
Ooh.
attached to your eyebrows.
What about one arm? We shave your hair off of it.
One arm.
I do that now, so.
You
Huh?
shave your arms?
This one.
Oh,
I
because
need
you
to
have a tattoo.
reshave it, but
That makes sense.
it was shaved.
You
a
just
couple
made it
weeks
sound like
ago.
you randomly just shaved
It
one
was
arm.
shaved a couple weeks ago.
That's like shaving
I shaved the
one,
tattoo.
one testicle.
Because my hair's so thick, it looks dumb, so I'll shave it to make the tattoo look fresh.
Yeah.
All the way up.
That makes sense. So why not shave the other arm?
There's nothing there. Like I would just shave this little bit.
But like,
there's
why
nothing,
not just shave the other arm?
There's nothing there.
Because it look weird.
Yeah, I just have a shaved arm. Now, if I were to put something there, then I would.
You would swim faster.
I don't think I would.
Yeah.
Bro. Nothing about that says I'm about to take off like Michael Phelps.
You would float faster.
I will float the same.
No, even faster. It would knock about 2 seconds off your
the
sex.
same.
It would knock about 2 seconds off your sex.
2 seconds off? Holy. Well, then that's like a second left. Dang. Don't want to do that.
That's 10 seconds of cuddling.
You could, but yeah, I shave my arm with my tattoo. Which I need to do. I shave my armpits too.
Huh?
I've never done that.
I do.
Have you?
Try it. You might like it.
I don't think I would like the itchiness after.
No, it's not so itchy.
I'm ending the stream.
It's not so itchy.
Is there anything you don't shave besides your face?
Nope. I bet there's probably not much hair there right now.
Shave your legs?
No, I don't shave my legs. So yeah, my legs.
Your butt?
Yeah, I will. Yeah,
Like you actually get in there and get all up in there?
I do because I feel like I was thinking about this last summer and I started rethinking about it now that summer's coming. The art of mooning has gone away.
Okay.
So I feel like I need to shave my ass because I want to moon people more.
You think people are going to be more shocked that you got a hairy ass? Or
No, I just want it to be semi-presentable while they look at it. But the art of mooning is gone. And I feel like I'm going to single-handedly bring it back by showing everybody my ass. I don't know why. I assume in my head that that's how this is going to work, but that's what I'm going with.
So we're like going to get on like Facebook
Like
or
there's-
TikTok or something and be like, Brad Moore has
Yeah, I feel like there's two things.
revolutionized the art of mooning.
And I was also thinking about winking.
Winking? What
Winking has gone out too.
do you mean? Oh, I thought you.
Not wanking, winking. I feel like nobody winks anymore.
I thought you were talking about your butthole. You're making a wink, like mooning and winking. You can make a wink.
That's why we don't talk about things with you.
That's fair.
But winking and mooning, I feel like are the lost arts.
I honestly wink at my daughters all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know why she said it, but Sam said I fucking can't.
You never say I can't. Always say I'll try.
See, the 50 days, that you're just being selfish.
Yeah, why not? What do you mean, no, you can't?
I thought you guys were supportive.
For 50 days? What's 50 days to a lifetime?
Hold on. What's that card say?
Your biggest fans / supporters.
Was that a lie?
What's 50 days to a lifetime?
Brad, was that a book of lies?
It may be.
The word supporters is on there.
Yeah.
Both their names are signed on there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you married to Brittany Noir?
Technically, no.
The last perfect bracket has been broken.
Because of.
Must have been because of Illinois, Kentucky.
But now that we're talking about it, you think there's anything gone by the wayside that should come back?
Yeah, like a lot of dumb shit. Just. What was one of the biggest things you did in your teen years while you're still in school? Like, well, you had.
That's such a vague question.
Well, like, we would get dropped off in the movies every Friday. And we wouldn't go to the movies. We would just walk around and hang out, do this, do that. Like, people don't do that anymore. People just don't drive around anymore because gas is too fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Good old field parties. I don't know if people still do that, really.
We didn't do that around here.
Yeah, we didn't really have fields to go
I
to.
don't ever hear people in the country ever talk about them anymore.
Well, we didn't really have fields to go to. We didn't really do much of that.
Like, it's kind of funny when you watch certain shows and movies. They're having parties out in the woods and shit. Like, we didn't do that because we didn't have that around. It was house parties.
Right.
But you see all these people just getting drunk out in the woods, and then someone gets killed or something. Like,
You know.
Mark
In the
said,
movies.
hello. Sam said, I'm laughing. Sam said, yeah, and you haven't agreed to our side of this bet, so it's not a done deal.
What is their side of the bet?
Yeah.
Well, I agree. You want to go to Vegas? Agreed. Because we're going in April, so
I mean,
he's got to hold up his
I
end.
gotta look out.
They're not going.
yeah, I'm not going.
Brittany and I are going.
They said the thing was that you two had to take them to Vegas.
Correct.
So I said, I'll be here. I got left out.
Nate, I can bring you as my carry-on.
Nope. Fuck everyone.
Well, Nate, you're in luck because it won't be within the year.
Yeah, it won't.
Unless a miracle happens.
Unless one of us hits it
Yeah,
at the casino
Next
somewhere.
year, don't worry, you'll be invited. Because it'll probably be next year. 2 years for sure.
The hardest thing about me and Nate doing anything vacation-wise together, we're on the same schedule.
2010 for sure.
2010?
We're gonna what is it? 2010? No.
was 19.
You can keep saying 2010 when I don't have a time machine. Unless you're
What
wrong
happened
about
in
it.
2010 to you?
I don't know what I was thinking.
Were you touched?
What was I thinking? No, that's what I meant. Our 10 year. Our 10 year. So
Did somebody touch you in 2010?
2 years. We're going in March. We're gonna make Bobby's dream come true without him. We're going for our anniversary, which will be St. Patty's Day in Vegas.
That's 2020.
And I'm laying it all out now.
Is that
So
2000
you are invited.
Is that 2027?
27.
You just had your 8.
It'll be 10 years, yes.
Okay.
27. We're going in March for St. Patty's Day. The tournament will be on. It'll be a blast. So you're invited for that.
Cool.
Oh, they left me out.
Well, we'll bring you back in.
Well,
You know, if we're big enough by then, guys, we can do a live show in Vegas.
it won't even. Nate, you don't have to worry about it because they're not going to hold up their end of the bargain anyway.
It will last 50 seconds, not 50 days. One time, you're good for about a month. They should make wife patches, like patches for dudes with wives.
To do what?
Make you feel good.
It just makes you feel good.
Make you feel good.
So like drugs.
No.
Well, what is a wife patch?
I don't know.
I'm glad that's all Mitch said. And
What?
I never said anything else.
No.
He did that last week or the week before. He said something about the hockey game. Didn't hear from him again.
He just disappears.
And then Mark popped in and said hi.
Hadn't said
Yeah.
nothing.
Well,
Mark
he's
said too.
got to catch up. So
Mark, give us
Catch up,
something
mustard.
to talk about
Well, now I'm more
or
confused.
something that we have to think of.
Everybody's green.
not the
Green.
NCAA tournament.
Yeah, not basketball. Not sports.
Yes.
Well, now Nate's watching and debate
I just haven't changed it.
in Canada.
Hey.
Really getting a hold of Canada politics.
Probably trying to figure out how to get the American liquor back.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
My home matinee.
What do people do now? Like, what's the younger generation do now? Do they fist bump? Do they high five?
Mark said he's busy with the Penguins. Oh, I'm
Do
sorry.
they do the
Penguins.
hand clap and the snap still? Like, what is?
I don't know if they hand clap and snap.
What's the young
How they greet
generation do?
people?
Do they high five now? Do they fist bump? They do the hand smack with the snap.
Like Sussy Baka.
Like, what do the younger crowds say hello now?
The shit I hear the boys talk about, I don't understand what they say half the time.
Really?
Like, Brittany, what does Ethan say all the time? He said it, and Bo was saying it. Sigma. They say Sigma all the time.
Sounds like a fraternity.
They're like, that's Sigma. I'm like, what does that mean? What is Sigma?
Yeah, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
I might have to ask the girls. They know what they
Like a lot of it I can keep up with because they'll like say sus. We know what that is.
Yeah.
But like Sigma, I have no idea. I guess like Ohio is something.
This AI overview says kids, especially online, use Sigma as slang, often in the context of what the Sigma or Sigma male, to describe someone who is independent, self reliant, and potentially a lone wolf, sometimes used as a compliment or in a meme like way. That's all it says.
Huh. And I never
I can't see
hear
that
it.
being a compliment.
No.
Brad, you're very Sigma today.
Especially with the way they say it, because Bo would be like, "What the Sigma?" I'm like, "What does that mean?"
The phrase "what the Sigma" is a meme that has become popular online, often used in response to something unexpected or unusual.
Huh. So
Sounds dumb.
basically, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Was our words that dumb?
I'm sure they were. We're walking around like that's
I feel
dope.
like we used to just say "what the fuck."
Oh yeah. But we'd be like, "Oh, that's
That's
dope,"
dope.
or chillax.
You know what's funny? Every positive word growing up was a negative meaning.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's sick.
Let's say "what the Sigma."
That's dope.
That's nasty.
That's nasty.
We always talk about that, Mark. Try again.
What?
He said any movies or shows you're watching.
Currently, nothing new.
We always talk about
What the
that.
Sigma?
What the Sigma? But like, I don't know about you're kind of a little age gap with our generation.
I was wondering where that was going. Also,
With our age generation, everything we said that was like cool was negative. Like thick, that's dope, that's nasty.
Yeah, we said a lot.
Did you? It was just weird because it's like complete opposite.
I feel like there was a long period of time where like a lot of that stuff didn't change,
yeah.
and then I don't know.
But now it's just
I'll
so
say,
weird.
like, from my age to like 27, 28 and below is all different.
Yeah, it is.
You part of the generation and be like, man, this stuff's like the tits.
The one that
Like,
I
that's
can't,
tits.
Yeah, like
That's
Yeah.
titties.
the one I can't stand that I hear people say is the Riz shit.
Brad loves the Riz.
Well, you just gotta have Riz.
The first
I
time,
cannot stand that.
the first time I heard the Riz, we was on the way to Hawking
Not
Hills.
the Riz. It's just Riz.
Brad told me he had Riz.
I didn't.
You said
Brittany
that?
told you.
Oh yeah, she told me that Brad had Riz, and I said, "Is there a cure? Are you taking medication?"
I'm assuming Brittany's answering what you said about things you used to say because all she said was tight.
Tight. Yes. Everything. Like that's tight. That's tight. Everything was tight.
Tight
Wow,
was a
that's
big
tight.
word. Tight.
Tight. I still say word.
Another word that I don't hear as much anymore that I felt like was said all the time when I was in school was dude.
Now it's bro.
Yeah, bro,
Everything's
definitely
bro.
took over, dude.
Bruh.
I
Bro.
played Fortnite with my nephews, and it
What the
was
fuck, Sam?
bro every other word out of their
Yeah.
mouth.
Sam said it. Risen the tism.
Rism with the tism.
That sounds like you're talking about someone with autism.
Brittany said
She
he's
is.
a real
Yeah.
Rizzler. Oh my god, I'm gonna shut chat.
I'm the Rizzler.
I am gonna.
You are
shut
not the
chat
Rizzler.
off.
I am the Rizzler.
Just know I'm not saying these words. I gotta pee like an adult.
Mm-hmm.
In the corner.
That's Sigma.
Gotta leave with this dude.
That's so Sigma.
No, you are not the Rizzler.
It sounds like you got a drip. The Rizzler's a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Yeah, I know who the Rizzler. I say I'm the Rizzler though.
No, that kid was cracking me up. He was at the Daytona 500, and Noah Gregson. You probably don't know who he is if you don't watch NASCAR at all, but he's just kind of a goofy ass driver that's always doing weird shit and stuff. And he was hanging out with him, and those two together were just hilarious.
They're hilarious. He's been on AEW a little bit
Has
with
he?
the other guy. Yeah, you ever heard of the guy, the Boom guy? I guess him and his son go to like Costco and shit. And he's like, they say like Boom or something like that. I guess the dad's like a wrestler, and he goes to now all of a sudden he wrestles in AEW. I don't know how that worked out, but he was like indies and then didn't wrestle, and then they got big on TikTok or YouTube, and now he's back in the wrestling. What's his name? Big Boom. His son go to like Costco or something. You'd have to watch them, but I only know them because they popped up on AEW, and I was like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Is that the one that's on Saturdays?
Used to be on Tuesday.
I think it's on Tuesday or Wednesday now.
Like NX.
NXT is that's like the minor league for
For
WWE.
WWE. AEW is different.
I kept seeing one that was advertised like on Saturdays.
So that's NXT. It's like their minor league. But AEW is trying to work with. No, they're not. It's TNA that's working with WWE.
Mark Powers. Am I the only one upset because I grew up thinking that they were Gen X and finding out we are millennials?
No, I thought the same thing until I realized.
What was the millennial
millennials.
age group?
I knew I was a millennial.
81
Yeah.
or 80.
Could be 80 or 81. I knew I was a millennial.
I don't feel like I was a millennial though. I don't know. Kids,
1981 to 96. Yeah, I'm a millennial.
kids today do not know how to be kids. Like the way, and I know people say back in my day, but no, like
Gen X stopped in 80.
we grew up in a different atmosphere where it was okay to punish your kids with physical correction, I should say.
Boomers.
I thought you were going to say with Fist of Fury.
But like nothing was scarier than I was going to tell your dad. I don't care. Like that was
To you.
that was one of the scariest things
To
that
you.
my mother could tell.
To you.
Well, like I said, we all grow up a little different, but like my dad was an angry little fucker.
Oh, my mother threw hands just like you're probably like your dad. Couldn't tell you how many times I've caught some backhands right to the mouth, to
But-
my nose.
But if your mother would do that now, like if it was you grew up in this time age, it'd be frowned upon.
Stay outside till the street lights come on.
Exactly.
Yep.
My parents didn't care where I was as long as I was in the front yard when that street light came on.
Yep.
But like you knew who your neighbors were. You run around with the neighborhood kids. Now, like nobody does that. Everyone relies on a phone and everything else. Don't get me wrong. I get.
How old were you when you got your first phone? Because you said that. Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I was just curious. Because we were just talking about that shit. My parents
Probably
didn't let me have one till I was
19 or 20.
Yeah.
I had a pager.
I did have pager.
Because that was still in the time frame.
Yeah.
Like, cell phones just became a thing. When
Yes, correct. I had a pager.
Well-
and then after that, I think I had, like, when Nokia came out with
Yeah.
the phones, I had a
Yeah.
big ass brick Nokia phone.
Yeah.
My first phone was a prepaid phone.
Yeah.
So was mine.
So that was different, kind of like what now is.
Like, I had to work for that shit. I had to work to get the minutes.
So my grandmother actually took me to get my first phone, but it was a prepaid. And the cool thing about those phones were you could change the color of the case, like just the front case, you could change the different colors, and the buttons. I
I
think
was
you
just
could change.
curious because that was like when we hit that age was when they just started coming out.
Right. Like, I remember my parents had one. That thing was probably that fucking thick flip
Yeah.
phone. I was like,
the-
Because
Jesus.
then you had the ones that you had to pull the antenna.
Yes. Yes. That thing was massive.
Because we were talking about this the other, like, I don't know, what, 2 weeks ago?
You know what's
You had to
what?
wait till after 9 p.m. to make
Yep.
a phone call.
But call me back at 9. Boom.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's
I know you
funny?
thought you were doing something when you hit the call, when you figured out how to three-way call.
Oh,
Yeah, everybody thought they was cool as shit. Hit the little receiver, call them.
Everybody grew up watching freaking Saved by the Bell.
Oh, God, I love that show.
The Zach Morris
Have
phone.
you ever seen anybody with the Zach Morris phone other than him?
Nope.
My parents had one of the earliest fucking cell phones, and they never had that phone.
No.
They had a giant flip phone.
Yeah.
They had a bag phone.
Yeah.
Like it was like in a little
Yeah.
travel case. It looked like that you
Yeah.
plugged in your cigarette lighter
Uh-huh.
that went in your car.
Mhm.
But never have I seen an actual Zach Morris phone other than Zach Morris.
No.
Because the first phone, I think you said you had the same one that I had that wasn't a flip phone, was that white chocolate one
Yeah,
that you, like, slid up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
but the pager was the coolest, the most frustrating thing ever
Yeah.
because
I never did have one.
so you obviously know how a pager works, right?
Oh,
But then, like, girls, being how they are, would send you 45 fucking numbers, and you got to figure out what the hell they just said to you. That was annoying as fuck.
yeah, it's not like at that point you could just go on Google and be like, what does this mean?
Right, you had to be like, all right, 872532 ABC she either told me she loved me or told me to go fuck myself. That's
Mark said his dad used to have a car phone that was wired to the car.
Yep. Crazy. Then the videos, photos started coming out, and the screen was like this big.
I had an
phone.
Envy that you turn sideways, you flip it, had a little tiny
Oh
screen.
yeah. What was the first game console?
That we had.
Yeah.
I had a regular Nintendo.
I had an Atari and then a Nintendo.
I didn't have an Atari. I had a regular Nintendo.
First one,
I didn't have an Atari, but my grandmother had one. I go over there and play it.
I think the first one I played was
Super.
Sega.
Oh really?
Sega.
Yeah.
No, I will say not to like say I'm like
Well,
everybody
actually,
like
probably the original Game Boy.
I
had that too.
Almost every console that came out. But it was weird. I only played them when it rained and I couldn't go outside.
That's how I was for a long time.
Like unless I couldn't go outside, I was outside.
So I got into my Halo 2 days.
You know what's funny? My mom used to play Mario on my Nintendo. And you know what's the funny thing about older people playing games? You know, when you jump, you hit a button and you jump over like a hole. She would always go with the controller and jump like it was going to make her jump better. And her and my grandfather, which is her dad, would play all the time. It always cracked me up because they would always move the controller like it was going to do so much.
Yeah. I know me and my dad used to play a lot of Sonic Pinball.
Yeah.
Shit was fun.
I spent numerous hours on Tetris.
Yeah.
Over and over and over.
Tetris.
Played a lot of Tetris on my Game Boy.
Yeah, same.
I got a Game Boy. My sister got a Game Gear. And it was so butthurt because like her shit was in color.
Yeah.
It was a
That's where I played most of the Sonic on. I
Yeah.
didn't have one, my cousins did.
it's basically a Game Boy but with Sega, but it was in color. So annoying. And then she had all these cool attachments. They had this little looked like a tiny TV that you put over it that magnified the glass. And then
I had that for the Game Boy.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
And then she had something you put back in the back of it, like you was inserting a game, and it had like a radio dial on it with an antenna. You could watch freaking local TV on
Oh,
it.
really?
So I remember about school one day, so I'm in freaking study hall watching The Price is Right, just thinking I'm the coolest guy ever,
Thought you were doing something.
like just the coolest guy ever. I had the giant antenna hanging up, and I'm just in the auditorium like,
Everybody's like, "Matt, you got that Price is Right on? Let's watch it."
the dumb shit we thought we were so cool with.
And then burning CDs.
Yep.
That was a big
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Making your mixtapes.
Fucking having to rewind the tape so you could record over it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
VHS.
Dude, did you have to deal with a whole lot of cassette tapes?
Oh yeah.
You know how dumb one night, alcohol may have been a factor, driving home, listening to like a recorded tape off the radio. Totally forgot I was doing it. They were giving away concert tickets to like Blink-182 or
You
something.
called them?
I literally tried calling them. Thank God I could not get through. Not even thinking that this tape was like from like a year and a half ago.
Oh, because yeah, car stereos. That's pretty much what they were
Mm-hmm.
at the time.
And like when
CD
you,
player when it came out was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
But you know what was the most fucking annoying thing? Motherfucker would skip
every
all
bump,
the time.
Yes.
every bump.
Yes. And Walkman, the Discman.
Yep. And then I remember Sony came out with one with the anti-shock. It was like
Yeah.
double clamped,
I had one of those. Thing was like that thick.
but it was like extra clamped.
I didn't have a
so it
regular
could move.
Discman. I got that. Went straight to that thing, and you
Mine
could
was
drop.
yellow
You
and
could
black.
drop that
Yeah.
all day. That's when they made things last.
Mhm.
You could drop that and never lose a beat.
Well, then they learned that if they build it to last a couple years, you buy another one.
Right.
And you buy another one.
Right. Those are the good days when shit was coming out new. Now all the shit coming out new is starting below the price of $400 something.
Yeah.
That stuff brand new was like at most $100, and that was top of the line, the best you could get.
Yeah.
Nothing was better. Now the podunk ass shit is pushing $200-$300.
I watched a video just the other, I think it was yesterday when I was at work on TikTok. It had sales ad from the 80s for Christmas. You know, you always like freaking took what you want or whatever. The most expensive thing in there was $100 over the Nintendo. And like now you're like, I'd pay that twice over.
I saw a video earlier where a dude was at a shoe con selling the original black and red Jordan 1s. And I forget what he was asking for, but they looked it up, the sale price when they released, $86 when they released.
You can't even look at a pair of Jordans for $86 unless they're like size
Especially
one.
not those.
No.
Those right now.
Or probably like 50, if not more.
How much?
50K.
Well, probably. I remember my grandpa found a pair at a garage sale. I cleaned them up, wore them to work. I was working at the finish line. Some dude at finish line bought them off of my feet for $250. And I just turned around and bought a new pair of Jordans right there.
You wish you would have kept them,
Yeah,
knowing now.
I do.
And you know what kills me? I don't know if it, and I don't want to sound like an asshole, but like, let's just say like the nerd era. How do they know to collect at young ages, like the G.I. Joe, just Star Wars stuff, and
I don't know,
not
because I had stuff.
you got toys to play with?
Yeah.
Yes.
You could not tell me at any age before 12. Hey, I bought you this toy that you wanted, but you can't open it.
I kicked myself though,
Right.
Because a lot of the stuff, even the stuff that I had open, I kept in good shape.
Yeah.
So all the wrestlers I used to have, the wrestling figures, oh my god,
But like,
I would be sitting on millions.
what kids think about like, I'm never gonna open this. I should save it.
Right? No, nobody.
You couldn't wait to tear into a box with something new in it.
It's like if I would have kept all the fucking Pokemon cards. I had.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's worth millions.
Right.
That's like your Pokemon era was like our baseball card era. Like baseball cards were.
Did you see that kid sold that Paul Skeens card finally? I forget how much it was. Some stupid number.
It's just crazy because
I don't know how that worked either. I wish I would have known. I would have saved so much shit. All the wrestling figures I had and watching, because there's people on TikTok I watch. Dude's got a whole room, ceiling to floor of wrestling.
with 2 or 3 wrestlers, and then it has a like the freaking Kamala one that wasn't released.
Yeah,
and
tons of them.
yeah.
And I'll watch them and I'll go through them. Like, I had that one. I had that one. I had that one. I'm like, oh.
You know, one thing I had that I saw go for like a couple $1,000 a piece and all this other shit. You remember freaking Muscle Men?
Mm-hmm.
I had like 100 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I had the all tan ones. I had the multicolor, like the green, all blue.
Those went a lot, and I used to have like the micro machines.
Yes.
I had a ton of those.
I had.
They're huge.
So, are you going up for micro machines?
They're like mini Hot Wheels, basically. They're like yay big.
So, when you bought them, they came with a little, about this big of a square, and depending on what car you got, like I had a Jeep. The Jeep was like a beach Jeep. It had like this little, everything came with a pad. It was like this big, and about that, or this thick, and about this big wide. This one had a garage, a beach in the background, and like a freaking stick of water. But everyone connected to everyone else. I probably had 100 of those. My dad glued them all together, so I had like a giant thing to drive on. Some of my family stole like a lot of my toys that was in my grandmother's attic. So like I lost a lot of shit, and no one will say, "Yeah, I did it." They just took what they wanted. But it was like I had 2 50-gallon things of freaking spackle bucket full of Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I
and
know.
probably worth money.
I had a ton of Hot Wheels too.
Dinosaurs and shit. Like
Did you get the homies?
no, I never got the
Oh, I
home.
used to have all of them. I had every last homie there was. And then I don't know what happened to them.
So this is crazy to me. So this one of one Paul Skeens rookie debut card. And an auction sold for $1.11 million.
Jesus.
And we don't even know if he's gonna do anything. Like, yeah, he's great. Number one prospect, all that shit.
But he could be a bust.
Like, he's had 1 year.
Hey,
mean, how many-
That means you get offered that million, you take that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like,
100%.
dang, get up out
But
of
I'm
there.
like, I just couldn't see myself buying this car for
No.
$1 million.
Could
This
you-
dude tanks and it's worth nothing.
Yeah.
Could you see yourself selling that?
Fuck
for
yeah.
that? Yes.
Why not?
I mean, granted, that car could turn out to be worth 3 times that if this
True.
dude does good. But
True.
I'm guaranteed $1 million.
Yeah, you're guaranteed $1 million now. You got for him to be good. You're gonna have to wait a few years to see how that plans out. Take your $1 million and go live your life.
I'm not saying like all sports are hard or easy or anything, but baseball is one of those. How many like big players you freaking heard about that just been complete bust?
Well, they also, I mean, they say hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do in sports.
I can get into that. I mean, everybody can run. You're eventually gonna make a basket, but like hitting a 100-mile-an-hour ball or 90-mile-an-hour ball, like,
It's difficult.
and to be consistent at it.
It's difficult. I used to go to the batting cage when I played baseball regularly, turn
Mm-hmm.
it up and get on the highest I could get on. It sucked.
And that
It was
pitch is, for the most part, coming in the same spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eventually, you just gotta figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to make contact eventually, but for a solid hit, I mean, I was younger, so
Well,
if I'd have stuck with it, probably.
so like 1 year, I looked like a baseball prodigy. First year I ever played baseball was freaking kids pitch. I was okay. After that season, they came out with G-ball. Well, a machine pitched it to you. Accurate. I looked like a prodigy that season. So my parents moved me down to that because I was at the age group where I could have went one way or the other. The ball's coming the same spot, the same speed every time. I'm murdering the ball. Looking like a prodigy because I'm like, I just went from don't know where the ball's going,
Turns out he can't hit a curveball.
but I just went from
Trouble with the curve.
no idea where the hell the ball's going to it's right here every time,
Right.
like just cranking it. And then the following went back to kid pitch, and I was like, I'm okay.
Back to okay.
Right, but it was just like, if you,
Help with their mechanics.
well,
but
yes,
Ultimately, it's way different.
yeah. I mean, if you tell me where the ball's gonna be every time, I'm gonna have above 50% hitting average.
Right. Oh, as you should.
As long as I can swing the
You
bat.
better.
Right.
Yeah, but then you still got to hope you don't hit it straight to somebody.
True. But I mean, if you know where it's gonna go, you know where to lift, where to swing up, all that.
Yeah.
And that's what you can focus on stepping left, stepping right if you have to.
But shit, I mean, I thought they started kids pitch way earlier. I think I was 10. Because there was no kids pitch. It went from when I was growing up, there was no coach pitch.
That's about right because the boys play. This is their final year in coach pitch, and
I
they're
started in fucking T-ball.
And they're
when I was
8.
real little.
so this is their final year. The next year will be kid pitch.
See, when I was growing
So
up,
it's 9.
but we went from T-ball to kids pitch. There was no,
I think I
You
did
didn't
too.
have
I
coach
think I
pitch?
did too.
oh,
I don't think I played coach,
Coach
pitch.
pitch
I
was
think I
not
went
a-
straight to kid pitch.
I don't
coach
remember
pitch was
coach-
not
I know
a
there
thing.
was coach pitch, but I don't remember playing it.
I don't remember, but
I
I
didn't
played.
play it, but there wasn't a thing in between. It
I
was,
played down in Dayton, and I don't think we had coach pitch either. I think I went straight to kid pitch.
And getting an 8, 9, 10-year-old to throw a consistent pitch,
Yeah,
you're just basically hoping not to get hit with the ball.
absolutely. And if you're hitting well, then you got something going on. If
Right.
you're doing well.
So, I mean, me never playing T-ball, like, I didn't know, I could field, I played catcher a lot, and I was a pretty good catcher. But hitting the ball, it was just like,
I played first and second. The only time I played outfield is when they had to rotate and let somebody else play.
but like, it was weird. I love playing baseball. I hated playing softball only because in baseball I would consider myself a power hitter. I can get the ball over the fence. In softball, I cannot.
I could for a couple years.
And you would think the ball coming off slower and everything, you're getting
Worse.
more to hit out of it.
Yeah,
Right.
your mechanics are different.
Right. No,
The
which I
velocity
get.
on the ball helps.
Yes. But so when I started playing
You got to make
softball,
up for that somewhere. You got to make it up in your swing.
I realized I can place the ball where I want the ball to go because I'm a lefty when it comes to hitting.
I was pretty good at that in baseball.
So I learned to, well, I could hit right or left.
I couldn't do that, but I could place really well.
But I got better at it in softball because you have more time to think. In baseball, ball's coming too quick. You don't have time to think. Either you're swinging or you're not, in my opinion. But if swinging softball, you got time to kind of.
But by then you make up your mind.
Mhm.
In baseball, your mind's made up. I'm either hitting it this way or this way.
Right.
I hated softball because I still played shortstop, and those motherfuckers kill that ball.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was like, if I tried to do that shit now, I'd be terrified.
So
But
you grew up in the country. You lived lights out in the boondocks. Is it true that way that like it is around here? The more out of shape that you look, the better softball player you are.
yes.
Because you see some guys that you wouldn't think could do anything athletic, and they're like the greatest softball players ever.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't get it. Just don't get it.
As long as they're coordinated.
Yeah, yeah, you got to have something behind you, but
Yeah.
the more out of shape you looked, like the better softball player they were.
Especially when it came to hitting. You just got more weight to get behind it.
Yeah. Brittany's playing this year.
Is she?
Yeah. They asked me to play. I was like,
So they asked her to play, she just couldn't say no? Or
Well-
did she actually want to play?
She wanted to play because they asked her last year, but she was coaching T-ball. And most of her practices were on Tuesdays.
Is she not coaching this year?
No, there's nobody to coach. Well, I don't know if they signed Hunter up, but if they did, it was last minute. So no, she's not.
All right.
But they asked me to play. I was like, I don't know if I want
Is
to be sore for 4 days
Is
after.
anybody taking their talents to another district this year?
No,
No?
no,
All that
nope.
talk was for nothing?
It's gonna be a rinse and repeat.
So is her games going to be on weekends or weekdays?
Tuesdays
Oh, okay. So
at Delco,
that's not bad.
except for you can't pregame in the parking lot.
Brittany said, I signed up to play softball this year, and I'm real nervous because it's been like 10 years, and I look way out of shape, so hopefully that means I'll be good.
You may break my theory on this, Brittany. You may break my theory.
Well, I can already tell your theory's been broken because she's playing with Megan and Charlie and their friend Kevin. Looks so out of shape and is. And is. He pitches.
I
That way
pitched.
he doesn't have to run.
I pitched one time, got hit one time, and said, "Yep, no pitching for me." The ball comes too
That
quick.
shit will cause fights, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
I do like, and I respect a lot of pitchers that wear like the mask and all that. No shame in that. That ball comes off too quick sometimes to react. More power to you. I think sometimes they should wear a freaking check detector.
I wouldn't be able to play. Like I've
Slow
seen
pitch
them all.
softball pitchers should damn near be in catcher's gear.
I've seen them all go out there and drink and shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to play and drink because if I was pitching, no. You gotta have the reflex. You gotta be able.
I played in
You gotta
was
be able to.
barely-
You gotta be able to react. If you have me pitching in a slow pitch and I'm drinking,
Dude,
I'm not trying to catch shit.
No.
when we did our tournament at the end of the year, and people just came in hauling coolers, and we had a concession stand, all they pretty much sold was beer and hot dogs.
Yes.
Like, people were falling over by the
Yeah.
end of the
It's
thing.
so. I don't get how people played that way.
I mean, there's some people that the more they drink, the like better they get.
Because Brittany used to play all the time, and I'd watch, and I'm like, these. How
Oh,
is that?
pounding 'em.
How are these guys so drunk?
They're like
And
pounding
they're
them.
still playing.
Yeah.
Like wowzers.
Nothing.
Well, I felt like halftime I didn't even notice it. Like, when it was hot out.
Well, yeah,
'Cause
you
you
fucking
were sweating.
sweating out so
Yeah.
much. But I've never did a bunch of day drinking, or let's just call it fucking day drinking, and said, "Hey, Brad, you feel like running?"
Right. Right. I'm throwing up, sure.
Right. I'm like, Brad.
Hey, you guys want to get in a beer soccer league?
Right. Like,
Right.
usually if I'm day drinking, I'm like, "Hey, You want to play a drinking game? Like maybe Beersby or
You want
cornhole.
to, and then after that, you want to sit down?
Yeah.
You want to sit down a minute?
Beersby or cornhole or beer pong is about as active we get during day drinking.
I mean, we could always kick it up a notch if we wanted to, and if we want to get real active, throw some spoons in there.
We've never played spoons together.
No, it'll be brutal. I guarantee it.
I'm okay with that.
We're leaving with bruises.
Hey, I'm okay with that. But I just never said, let's get drunk and go running and do something completely 100% active.
Nope.
Well,
Chat's going bananas.
Brittany said we used to play all nighters and drink the whole time. Sam said I love softball. I'd play if you losers would. Brittany, tournaments we would start at 7 a.m. to dark and drink the whole time. Honestly, didn't know how I did it. We had a tournament
I don't know
in the
how
one
they
league
did
I
it.
played in that started at like 10 p.m. and you played till like 6 a.m.
well, I don't know what it's called now. Where did we go?
We turned the lights on and we just played all night.
Holy shit.
What's it called now that we went watch the Michigan Ohio State game that year at that guy's?
Oh, I forget what.
Well, it used to be called Gator Alley. They would have all night tournaments that would start at like 10 p.m. and go all night.
No.
And it would be like alcohol fucking city the entire night. And I just didn't know how people just kept on going and going and going and going. But now it's called freaking something else.
Sam, if you want to play softball, Brittany can ask Megan if they need another girl.
She says that, but she won't do it.
But you have to commit. If you say you're going to play and you tell that, Megan will 100% expect you to play.
She will. She will.
Because she takes that shit serious.
Well, I feel like we actually got some involvement tonight. Maybe next week we will talk about like favorite drinking games and any drinking game suggestions.
Maybe we'll talk about nothing.
Or we won't talk about nothing.
Yeah, maybe we'll let the chat talk amongst each other.
And every time someone's chat, Brad takes off his clothing.
Possibly.
Or he'll start naked and put something on every time someone says something. But the same person only counts for one piece of clothing.
Correct.
Like one sock.
Correct.
Well, we'll just see how this plays out.
We will see
Nate,
how
you
this
got any
plays.
words of wisdom to leave them with?
Fill her real quick.
Who am I filling?
Who's Phil?
Like, fill her up?
Sam was saying something. I can see the green. Where's it, Mitch?
They're talking amongst each other.
Where's Mitch back?
I'm glad you guys can have conversations and chat with each other.
Yeah. Use a phone.
Oh, Nate's got something.
The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones.
Absolutely.
I'm inspired.
Me too.
We'll see you next week.
If you're going to be dumb, you better be tough.